Hello, I'm your host, Amberlyn Carroll. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Medwatch Today. Our hearts pump nearly 1.5 gallons of blood every minute throughout our body, and if the heart isn't pumping correctly, it can lead to a life-threatening emergency. That was the case for one local man who went to Fresno Heart and Surgical Hospital and found he needed to undergo a coronary artery bypass graft. And with community's state-of-the-art comprehensive cardiac care, he's back to living his normal life.
I have a scar I can live with, and I have a story to share.
Jeff Kroeker is a successful businessman who has enriched community health system with his ongoing support.
I have a commercial driver's license, and I was getting my DMV physical when the doctor said I had a heart murmur, and so he suggested seeing a cardiologist.
Jeff's heart murmur was confirmed, and doctors began monitoring his aortic valve.
And during that time, the doctor had mentioned that there will be some point in time in your life that you're going to need a valve replacement, and that involves open heart surgery. That day came, and that conversation was a little bit hard to swallow. Thus, the introduction to Dr. Khwaja.
Dr. Shamsuddin Khwaja, Medical Director of Cardiothoracic Surgery with Community Health System, met Jeff Kroeker in August of 2021.
Typically, the aortic valve purpose is to let the blood out of the heart, and when it's not pumping, let the heart fill up. And at that time, the aortic valve closes and prevents the blood regurgitating or leaking back into the heart. And in Jeff's case, it was leaking severely.
I'm okay with the surgery. I knew it was coming. Let's schedule it towards the end of the year, around Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. And he said, no, the end of August. He goes, you won't make it to the end of the year.
Jeff underwent surgery a few days later on September 9th.
We did a complex surgery where we did a bypass surgery, but we changed out his valve and did an aortic root replacement. That requires changing out the base where the aortic valve is and reattaching his own native arteries to a graft and cutting out the aneurysm and attaching that graft to the remainder of the aorta, and then doing the bypass surgery.
You're not as big as you think you are when you find yourself in that situation. I said, my life's in God's hands and in your hands, and I trust He'll give you the decision-making, the steadiness of your hands, and I'll see you when I wake up.
With continued care and monitoring, Jeff recovered and was so grateful for the care he received that he honored Dr. Khwaja and his care team through Community's Honor Your Care Hero program.
I'll never forget him. Stay in contact with him. He's been a leader at the hospital, and the go-to person is Dr. Khwaja.
Jeff says the entire experience has changed how he looks at life.
Go have fun, go smile, go do something, because you might not be here tomorrow. I took a step back, that little cliche. I stopped to smell the roses, and I appreciate them. I'm just glad they're not on top of me. The odds were against me, but with the support I had around me, I made it.
For more information about the Honor Your Care Hero program, visit communitymedical.org/carehero.